Hi, and welcome to the 10th of the series tutorials on collecting and visualizing urban informatics and modelling data. This tutorial will teach you how to map geographic information using the themes in Maptitude. Once Maptitude has been opened, select New Map of Australia. Then OK. You can select the area by address, suburb, state, postcode, world, city, country, but I'm going to stick with just the country of Australia and selecting Finish. Dragging the map and making it full screen, ensuring that you have states selected as I'm working with the states within Australia, and then right clicking the state layer and making that my working layer. You can toggle on or off any of the layers shown here at any time with any themes applied. So by selecting the X and changing it over to a tick is simply the indication to show whether a layer is on or is off. As you select them, it will update the map instantly with the information. So in this case, I might just leave the state divide on and turn off the other two. You'll also have a map layer legend on the right hand corner, and all the layers, themes, and anything you apply to the map, the layer legend will increase to show what the colors or the themes represent. So it's always there and it's always clear. By selecting the color theme and the field drop down, you want to set the field for the color theme data to be based on. So you can simply scroll through, or you can type in a few keywords. So if I type in FAM for family, I'm going to select the family income weekly. I'm going to leave everything else as the default settings because Maptitude does that automatically. Selecting styles, you can change color at any time. So as you can see, a purple color represents the amount and below, and then as you go up, the red represents another color and the amount and above. If I select apply, you'll see those colors instantly applied to the map, and then the legend also update in that corner. You can select next and scroll through any of the other options and also go back to preview and choose any color option you'd like. You can also select it manually by choosing a color to start from and to go to. By selecting apply, it applies it on the map instantly, but allows the dialog box to stay open so you can go back and simply make changes. Whereas if you select OK, the dialog box will close, and to make any further edits, you'll need to go back into the color chart theme and then change them within the theme. Going into the map setting, ensuring that under labels you've selected hover settings. Now it will pop up with a dialog box which you can close, but what this does, it allows you to hover over an area and it will tell you when there is data pulled in, all the information and what that data is representing. So now that we're going to do a chart theme, that hover setting will come in handy. With the chart theme, you can select one or more fields to represent. Because it's a chart, always best to select two or more so that you can see the data it's representing. In this case, I'm going to type in a keyword, being house, and I'm going to select 3. So by holding shift on my keyboard and selecting all 3. Now you can choose the chart type from pie, bar, column, any of the charts, and by selecting apply. That will pop the charts on the map instantly, and again by going through and changing the charts, it will give you the options to change the bar width, low value and the high value as well in the sizes. Again, with all the themes, going into style, you can manipulate the colors to represent whatever you'd like. So by selecting style, you can change the border style from a solid to a dashed, the border width, the border color, the fill style, and the fill color. So because the color map is more orange, reds, and warm colors, might change this so it pops out a bit more to like a cooler color. So from that green, I might go blue. You can also change the fill opacity And again, by selecting apply, it just leaves that box open. And then selecting OK, and then apply. That will update the map. You can also go through color sets by hitting next or preview, and then the pie slices will change. And once you're happy with the color set, you can go apply, and that will apply it to the map. Going back into settings, you can apply the 3D effect to any of the charts except the pie one. So by selecting a bar chart and 3D and selecting apply, this will apply a 3D effect. It does the same for all of them. And by apply, the only one that won't appear on is the pie chart. So by selecting apply, because I'm wanting it to show as a pie chart, and then OK, because I'm happy with that, we can hover over, and now that we have the hover setting turned on, this will tell us the information. So because I'm trying to hover over and it is picking up the state divide, in order so we can hover over and get the information from the pie chart, simplest solution would be going through and turning off the state divide, because they can be toggled off and on at any time. Then by hovering over again, you'll be able to see the information from the pie chart we've just popped into the map rather than the state divide. Hovering over any of them, you'll get this information for all of them there, based on the field that you have selected. Going into the 3D theme, we want to select a field for the height to be based off. So in this case, I might do pop density. Now when I hit apply, this is going to open up a new dialog box, as it's not going to be applied to the current map. So once I hit apply, you can see here that it only shows parts of Australia. Now, it's only showing parts of Australia because in the selection we only have visible features selected, and within that height field that we've selected, it only applies to these areas within Australia. Whereas if we change the visible features to all features and then select apply, that will show all of Australia, but just indicate the areas in which the field applies to. Again, like all the other themes, you can go through and change the color by simply selecting next or preview, or manually doing it yourself and applying that to the map. You can also change the fonts and other options if that is shown on your map. Selecting OK, you can open up the dialog box a little larger and go to the 3D controls panel that opens up. Now you can change the viewing angle, vertical angle, and the height by simply increasing or decreasing the angle amount. So by going up, this one will spin us around to the left or to the right. This one again will pull us up. And this one will change the height of the map and also increase the numbers on the side where it's mapped onto. You can change the scale at any time. These controls allow you to rotate, zoom, and pan the 3D map theme that we've just created. Now to go back to the other map that we were working on previously, just select it or simply close the dialog box for the 3D map. Now before we do a dot density map, we need to go back into the color and remove, and the chart and remove. This will just give us the best overall look of the dot density map, as it's going to be the one theme applied rather than multiple themes applied. Selecting the dot, you can select, again, one or more options to represent in the dot density. I'm going to select male and female, and I'm going to select apply. That will apply the dots instantly on the map, and as you can see in the layer legend on the bottom right, you can see that the blue represents the 50,000 males and the green represents 50,000 females. Again, going into styles, you can manipulate the colours, but you can also change the symbols. So by selecting style, you can make the size larger, change the colour. So let's go maybe green. You can have it as a bold or italic. Changing the opacity. You can also change the icon. So if we select the man and then apply, you'll see that apply on the map. You can change the size as large as you like. And change the colour. And then again, okay. Doing the same thing for the female by selecting style, bold, increasing the size, and changing the colour. You can then select the female icon or any of the icons that are listed here. And then apply. Okay. And that will clearly show that the blue represents the male and the pink represents the female. Now, if you are wanting them to have the same colour or the same icon, so they're going through and manually changing the icon and colour, you can copy the symbol or colour. So by having the female selected, that is the option we are copying. So if we select copy colour, the pink colour will then be applied to the male. As you can see, it's updated here. And once we hit apply, it will update on the map also. If we then select the male and copy the symbol, again, that will pull it down to have the same symbol and then apply. But then obviously we can't tell which one is male and female because the same colour and symbol have been applied. So it is best to have them slightly different if you're wanting to compare data or see the difference between the two fields that you've selected. By selecting OK, you'll then be able to pan around the map, zoom in and zoom out. You can apply as many themes on top of each other as you'd like, or one at a time. The only theme that won't be applied on the current map, as seen, was the 3D, because it opens up that new dialog box. Thanks.